Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So we've got a video today for the PL18ev. So as of the later firmware updates, it's now compatible with the Ibus2 sensors, and I've been asked if this particular sensor works, which is the voltage and current sensor. So let's bring in for a close-up look. I'll show you how to set this up and show you some functions it has. So I'll quickly run you through how we've got this connected. So this will work with any of the enhanced receivers, and at the moment I'm using an INR4 GYB, but any of the enhanced ones, so any of the ones with yellow writing, orange writing, purple writing, just not the original ones that you bind in classic mode. So for this we've got the FS-IBC01 current and voltage sensor. That's got its own thick negative cable, then the positive cable. You have the red one going at positive on battery, the yellow one is your positive to your ESC, and this is the main battery that you want to feed your rig off. Let's just get that out way a bit. And then we've basically just got our ESC plugged into channel 2 just to make this easier, and I'm going to use channel 3 for the IBC01. And if you look on the enhanced receivers, it'll say channel 1, 2, 3 and 4 up to whatever channel it's got, and then you need to look for the NP channels. So it's on this one we've got channels 1 to 4 from top to bottom to top, and then labelled the opposite way round. Channel 4 is A and channel 1 is D for the new ports. All the enhanced receivers have 4 assignable new ports. It's usually the higher numbers, so on an 8 channel one it'll be channels 5, 6, 7 and 8 that you can assign as new ports. On the 4 channel ones all 4 are assignable, and on the 12 channel it's from 12 downwards. But basically we've got as positive and as negative feed to our ESC. Then we're going to have to power up our receiver and put it into bind mode. So I'll just power that on. Then if we look at his transmitter, we're going to go into his model memory. You're going to go into RX set. You're going to go into bind settings. We've got it on routine 18 channel. So we're going to tell it to bind.
Binding. Bind successfully.
That'll now bind successfully. So we should have throttle. But if you notice, our little voltage and current sensor is still flashing red, which means it's not seen an Ibus2 connection from the receiver. So for that, we're going to go into custom port protocol, and if you remember, it's numbered channels 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 1 would be D, 4 is A. We've got it plugged in channel 3, so we want to go to new port B. It does send NPB on the receiver as well. Scroll down to Ibus2, select that, and as soon as we do, we get a solid light on our actual sensor. Then if we back out and go into a sensor settings, go to display sensors, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you can see we're picking up actual current draw. And if we start putting some load on it, we should see these start changing. So you get the wattage that's currently being used, we get the milliamps used, we've got average current, maximum current. So that's actual real-time current, minimum voltage from his battery pack. Let's see what else we got. So minimum voltage from battery pack, maximum voltage, and I think that's the current voltage. So everything from there down is the actual IBC01. So it's got runtime and everything else. And if we go to choose sensors, let's change the signal strength one, go in that, and then you can come down, you've got your current and voltage, and then when you go in there, you've got everything you can choose from. So runtime, use capacity, power, average current, maximum current, live current, minimum voltage, maximum, and actual voltage. So you can pick any of them. And then just try to think which one I've got it configured on. So if we go to a sensor panel, you can see the actual wattage draw, and you can play around, set these up, choose which sensor you want, where you want it. But yeah, that's basically it. It does work, so will the rest of the Ibus2 sensors. So the only thing you've got to remember is the port you're using, you need to set that to be Ibus2. So if you want more Ibus2 sensors, you can actually get another 7-channel breakout from one Ibus2 to 7 extra ones. You can also have that as PWM as well. But yeah, it's quite convenient, quite easy to set up. And you can have any of these displaying whatever you want. So if you want something else from the current sensor, you can go down, we can have voltage. So you get a live readout of your voltage, and you can change any of these to whatever you want really. So we can go down, we can look at current as well. So depending on what device you're actually running, it's quite sensitive as well. So if we get this motor spinning and then I put a bit of load on it, you can see the current draw will go up. But yeah, it definitely works with the PL18ev along with the rest of the sensors. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question on how to set it up. The main thing is, must be an enhanced receiver. Once you're bound, you have to make sure you set that port to Ibus2. And you'll know it's correct when you get your solid little light on your Ibus2 sensor. So whichever you happen to be using. But let's wrap this one up. So there we have it, the FS-IBC01 on the PL18ev. Just make sure you got your latest firmware on this and just follow what I've said. Bind it to an enhanced receiver, then make sure you set whichever new port you've got it plugged into to Ibus2, and you're good to go. It'll work with all Ibus2 sensors now. So yeah, hopefully that's answers your question and gives you a bit of guidance and gives you a few ideas of what you can actually have displayed on screen. But thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.